Hey y'all, it's CherokeeStarfish, and I am here this weekend with a drink in my hand, a cat in my lap, and another episode of Icewind Dale up on the stream for you. So welcome back. We have finished our trek through Dragon's Eye, and we have recovered the Heartstone Gem, which means now we need to take it back to Arendelle. Man, and what a trek it was. If you were not here for the entire thing, of course, I highly recommend that you go back and watch the uploads on YouTube so that you don't miss any of the action, because there was a lot of combat in that one and a few narrow escapes, not to mention one heck of a boss fight. So, now it's time to head back to Kuldahar and report the good news, I do believe.
Agreed.
Oh. Well, that's not good. Neo-Orog Avenger. That's a little bit different than what we're used to. Well, we can't have these guys hanging out in Kuldahar. Hello! Welcome. You're just in time for the action. Whoo-wee. I saw another one up here. Oh, man. There we go. We don't want the townspeople involved in this. They probably won't live through it. Oh, man. Are there any others? Let's head this way. Man, that music slaps. Shoot-wee. Yeah, these are just generic townspersons, but still, like, we don't want them getting hurt. Where are our other, like, named characters in all of this, you know? There we go. Nice. Astrid's ability to run ahead like that with those boots of speed is a blessing here. Okay. I'm not seeing too many over here. Surely, if they came this way, Oric would take care of them. Hey, that's alright. I'm just glad you're here this week. We've all got priorities. And I love it when y'all can make it, but of course, it's all about when you can make it. Here we go. Okay, well. Oh no, don't tell me they're getting tired. Oh, we better hurry and see Arendelle before they all get tired.
Thanks, Sylvanus, you have returned. Evil is afoot in Kuldahar. Strange orcs prowl through town, killing our townspeople.
Well, they didn't kill any on our watch.
I must ask you, have you found the source of evil in Dragon's Eye?
Yep, we found a six-armed snake woman.
Excellent. Thank you for destroying my ancient enemy. I couldn't have planned this better myself.
Oh? Indeed. Ancient enemy. Yxunomei said the same thing.
I'm sure Yxunomei must have explained it to you. She and I have been foes for centuries. Thanks to you, the vendetta has ended.
I don't think this is Arendelle.
Arendelle is bleeding out his life above us. Now I can begin to build my forces in this world without fear.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal.
Who am I? I am but a simple priest, spreading the gospel of suffering to the masses. Soon, you will all know the litany of our faith. I'd start praying now if I were you. Farewell.
Getting pretty tired.
I agree, Sam. I'm getting pretty tired of this crap.
I'm on it. At last. I feared I could not hold any longer. The last of my life has almost left my body, and Soon I shall be restored to the balance.
Oh no, the real Arendelle.
A man, but not a man. He wore my skin like a cloak, my face like a mask. He came suddenly in the night and struck me down. Nature itself seemed to recoil from him. Even with the strength of the great oak bolstering me, I was unable to stop him. He touched me once, his hands as blood, and I felt my life begin to drain away.
Well, maybe Sam can heal him.
No, only the hope you would return has kept my body alive. You must take the Heartstone Gem to the elven fortress of the Severed Hand.
No, but we literally have healing spells. We can actually cast Raise Dead.
The Severed Hand is the prison of Laurel, one of the last of the elven archmages. He is the only one left who can use the Heartstone Gem, if he still lives.
A prison?
It is to the south. Nature will guide you. Enough of my power remains that I may do that. And now, I must go. Serve the balance. Protect Kuldahar from this evil.
Well, at least he left us a magic staff.
I'm on it.
That is unfortunate. So yeah, we start this video on a bit of a low note, as we have lost one of our best and most powerful allies in this adventure so far. Very unfortunate indeed. Staff of Nature's Wrath. I think it's usable only by druids, which is very unfortunate. A particularly militant group of Sylvanite druids created this iron-shod staff to mete out nature's punishment on those who defile forests and show disrespect towards druidic orders. Sylvanites typically use the staff on priests of Malar and the other gods of fury. Oh, and it can cast Entangle and Flame Strike. Well, it's only a +1 staff, so actually the one that Keishara is using is a little bit better, so... Well, indeed, very unfortunate. This is one of the few parts of the story that I actually do kind of actively dislike, because, of course, many are the times when, in order to tell a story, maybe you need to kill off a character for tension, to raise the stakes, to get the characters or the players invested in the adventure. There are all kinds of good reasons to kill an NPC. But in this case... Oop, there's another Neo-Orog. Keishara got him. There we go. But in this case, like, I feel as though it's a little... not forced, I guess. That's not the right word. It's not like it's shoved down our throats completely. I think it does serve to move the story along and to raise the stakes some, because I do feel bad about Arendelle. But I think that it comes at a point in the story where, like, more explanation is required, just because we can cast Raise Dead. So, like, we deserve a little bit better explanation for why we can't do that on Arendelle. Why does he have to stay dead? Why can we not heal him? Why is there no way that we can save him? And I think that a little bit more explanation would have fixed that, at least for me. Oh, man. This is a lot of money. We can buy some of these other magic items now, I do believe, folks. Berserker darts. Oh, don't want to sell those. Huh. That's 3 attacks per round. That's the speedy one. We'll keep that one for a little while. There we go. I want to know how it is that Conlon has this much money to be able to buy this stuff from us. Hey, I've been right here. Let's see. Mage Robe of Cold Resistance. I think we can hang on to that for a little while longer. Well, we don't really... I guess we could hang on to that in case she switches to the Mage Robe. No, are we really going to switch back and forth? I feel like probably not. I'm going to go ahead and sell those for the cash because we have that other Mage's Robe on. No one else can wear this one, so I think it is what it is. There we go. Alright, well... Goodness gracious. Now we can see some of the stuff that he's got for sale. I feel like maybe we should buy some of this. We still haven't found a decent spear, and this is a +3 spear. This one is a +3 helmet with immunity to sleep and fatigue. What's this one? Lore +20. It's a long sword. A +3 long sword that gives you 20 lore. That's not bad, but... What's this one? +3 long sword. I think that's it. Troll Slayer. That would have been handy earlier. Another +3 staff. We found a +3 staff, though, thankfully. And ours is better since it has magical abilities. The Black Bow. That's just a +3. This is a crossbow. Yeah, actually, I think that, honestly, waiting has kind of paid off because, as I said before we went on this whole adventure, I knew we were going to find some more magic items, and I think that we made out like bandits, honestly. Yeah, I'm not seeing a lot of these that I want to pay that much money for compared to what we already have. Plus, it'll still be there, too. So now here's something I am going to buy. An ammo belt. There's only one of them, but we're going to get that for her because now 300 gold is not really much. And we can put all of those arrows in there. And I think that's it. This is all stuff that we've sold him. Yep. So now we need to... Let's see, Belt of Stones. Oh, yeah. So we need to go and find Auric, and we need to visit Girth.
I'm on it.
Then we'll sleep. Well, we might as well sleep first rather than come back and loop around again. Well, we've saved town again, but we've lost something.
Agreed.
There we go. Oh, you're the one responsible for all those giantkin that ran through Kuldahar, aren't you? Way to stir things up, hero. Yeah. That wasn't us. Also, shut up. Shut up is my answer.
Agreed.
There are a few people who will probably say something slightly different. They may have something to say about Arendelle, for example, and his passing. Need to put out the fire in his fireplace. Come on. The rest of you can keep up with Astrid if you try hard and dream big.
Agreed.
Here we go, yeah. Seems the season of evils grows worse. Now the attackers that have taken our women and children attack us openly without fear. It has been generations since such evils befell Kuldahar, and I fear worse times are to come. Indeed. Yeah, these were two different evils. The people stealing the townsfolk and the Neo-Orogs that showed up just now. Not the same. Oh, he'll buy this belt of stones from us. Good. We need to offload all of these books as well. Some of these cursed magic items. Oh, he'll buy those card decks too. Neat. I think that's... Oh, there we go. So all that's left are the two quest books, Eravain's Journal and Prezio's War Journal. I feel like he had a magic item or two as well. Yes, here we go. Valsbard memorize 2 extra second level spells and 1 extra third level spell. Now that might actually be worth it. Except that she's using a 2-handed bow and a 2-handed spear, and that takes up your shield slot, so we would have to switch Sana to a 1-handed weapon to get any use out of that, unfortunately. Once per day, summon 2 to 4 berserkers. That could be fun. Let's go take a look at Auric, and then we'll make a decision about what to do next before we head over to the Severed Hand. Which, I don't know about y'all, but I feel like the Severed Hand is a very foreboding name for a location. Like, this is a place we're expected to go, and he described it, too, as a prison for an elven archmage.
I'm on it.
Anything new to say, Weenog? Okay. Alright, I'm interested in purchasing some spells. Maybe he'll offer us some third level spells now. Anything? No? Really? Okay. Disappointing. We've come a long way, and he's not really offering us anything different. He's just telling us he will one day. Well, let's look at his magic items first. We've sold everything we need to sell, I believe. So let's see. This clasp, that's 5% damage resistance. This belt, 10% to open locks, 5% to find traps. Now that might be good, especially since that's fairly inexpensive. I feel like maybe buying that for Motmic. Robe of Infusing is not bad, but not as good as what she has. Okay, Scarab of Goodwill. Friends once per day. Don't really need that. Oh, hey, he has added some stuff. There we go, nice. Oh, and some additional items too. We'll have to check that out. Okay, so Lance of Disruption, Mordenkainen's Force Missiles, Shout, Vitriolic Sphere, which is like Fireball but acid. Contact Other Plane. Let's see, a role-playing spell. Phantom Blade, Fear, Spirit Armor, of course, Enchanted Weapon, Minor Sequencer, that's where you can cast multiple spells. Dire Charm, that could be handy. Lightning Bolt. Decastave, a fun one. Snowball Swarm, we saw that one down in the caves. No Alignment, Vocalize, Spook. What's this? Wand of Freezing Death. 5d6 cold and stuns the target unless they save. So basically it casts Ice Lance. Nice. Pemby's Wand of Many Missiles. Creates 3 magic missiles. Okay, so it's an upgrade of the Wand of Magic Missiles she already has. Okay. Nice. Don't know that it's worth 12,000 gold. Ring of Shocking Grasp. 4 times per day. It's not bad, but again, I don't want to pay almost half of our cash for it. A Rogue's Cowl. Plus 2 to AC, plus 10% each to move silently and hide in shadows. Oh, and also it can cast blind and color spray. Interesting. Well, we definitely know that those are Motmic's weak points. The Shimmering Sash. Oh. Well, look at this. It just casts blur on you all the time, like constantly. Can only be used by good people. Good alignments. +3 to AC and +1 saving throws. That's really good. Okay, well, we have a couple of choices to make here then. So, we'll think about some spells, but the one thing that I do want to get is we have several times at this point run up against a lack of inventory space. So I feel like this bag of holding is something we definitely need, because it's always going to weigh 5 pounds, but it's just like one of those scroll cases or the ammo belt or similar, where it adds extra spaces inside of it as a container, and we can put a lot of stuff in there that otherwise we would have difficulty carrying. So it's going to basically add an extra backpack. Beyond that, I'm thinking this Girdle of Gond for Motmic, for sure. We could also get this Rogue's Cowl. The Shimmering Sash is also really good. +3 to AC and +1 to all saving throws. You're just constantly blurred. That would be pretty good, especially if Keishara wore it, because she has the fewest hit points. But anyone could. So, that one, I'm flexible on that one, I think. But what do y'all think about these other purchases? Definitely bag of holding, right? The Girdle of Gond, I feel like it's a shame to not spend 5,000 gold on that. For me, anyway. And then this Rogue's Cowl, I think, will also come in handy. But I don't know, though. I mean, the +2 AC is really good, especially for a helmet. So, like, fair enough there. The 10% move silently and hide in shadows, that's normally good. That's something I would be excited about, except that he's not really been stealthing a lot, has he? Like, we built him up for that a little bit, but we've not really been doing a lot of sneaking. I don't know if we will continue that way or if we'll start to sneak a little bit more, but so I don't know if it's worth that much for +10 to each. But this, on the other hand, is a really... That seems really cool. So what do you think? Shall we grab those 3 and then maybe a few spells? Yeah, like I definitely think that Mordenkainen's Force Missiles is something we should look into. Lance of Disruption is good too. Very powerful single target attack spell. Well, not even single target, actually. Yeah, it forms a line. So yeah, those. Shout is not bad. Vitriolic Sphere, I think, is good. Contact Other Plane. Enchanted Weapon. That just creates a magic weapon temporarily. Invisibility 10-foot radius. That's not bad to make everyone invisible for a short time. We could use that to, like, position them around a battlefield or something. Don't have anything that can do ice damage other than Ice Lance, so that might be good. Glitter Dust is not a bad idea just because it can outline invisible enemies, but it also only lasts like a very few seconds. Well, I think that does it for me. Yeah. Alright, well there's our total. So if y'all don't have any objections, I think that's what we're going to do. Yeah, just looking over this one last time, seeing if anything jumps out at me. we might need to pick up a couple more spells for Sana as well, just to give her some more options. Because she's up to where she's got at least 3rd level spells now, and I don't know that she's got a lot of great options. So, let's take a look here. Okay, nope, she needs 4th level spells and doesn't have any. Let's see, she has non-detection, hold undead, and haste. That's not bad. Yeah, let's get her a 4th level spell of some kind. Let's see, what should we do? What should we do? That's a 5th level spell. Might be something that we pick up and take with us, because she'll have access to 5th level magic very soon. But let's see. That's a 3rd level spell. Monster Summoning 2 is 4th level. She's already got Monster Summoning 1, so yeah, maybe summon an ally? Dire Charm is 3rd. I think that'll do us. Yeah. I think that'll do us. Alright, let's give those over to her. Oh. Actually, this one will go to Keishara. There we go. She can summon some allies onto the battlefield. Now let's see. Here we go. So, the Shimmering Sash has to be used by a good aligned character. So one of these 4. Well, Sana has the lowest AC. That could be good for her, but she also doesn't get into melee that much. I'm thinking let's put it on Sam and protect him. There we go. Oh, we have a couple of potions that need to go in here too. And let's see. Okay, we know this goes to Motmic. There we go. Excellent. And now these. Time to wizard up. There we go. Now, last thing, this bag of holding. Let's put some of the stuff into it that we might use later, but which we are not currently using. Some of these sentimental items, like Apsel's dagger here. He can keep his wine. We'll put some of this ammo in here. Oh yeah, that's something else that we should do while we're in here, maybe. Well, she's almost got, like... She's got 2 full stacks and part of another one. And some +2 arrows. Oops. There we go. We'll hang on to this as well. Precio's War Journal can go in the bag of holding. All of these keys, I think, can go in the bag of holding, don't you? You'll have to help me remember that's where they are if we run into a strange door later on that for some reason we can't open, but it turns out that we have the key. I don't want to forget about it. Oh, and Cresselac's sword. There we go. Then he can keep his potions, and I think that will just about do us. Let's get this in here. We'll hang on to these for later. And there we are. Okay, so now the only thing we really need to do That's what I thought. Yeah, he's interested in elven ruins and the secrets of Mythalls. Well, we're about to go to some elven ruins, it sounds like. Or at least there's an elven archmage there. Okay, so let's go buy some more ammunition.
Agreed.
We'll change Keishara's spells around a little bit if need be. Let's see, I think she might mostly be good. We've not really used invisibility yet, or blur. We have used Agonizar's Scorcher, and it's worked okay. But I feel like maybe we could let one of these go for a snowball swarm. I'm not sure which one. Let's do the Scorcher. Because we're going to have to rest again sometime soon anyway. Protection from fire. We've got Fireball, Ice Lance, Lance of Disruption. Yeah, let's trade that out. There we go. And we have 2 Confusion spells. I think we can do a little bit better than that. Confusion is okay, but rather than double up, let's add a little bit of variety. And here we go. We've got a Contact Other Plane and Phantom Blade. She already has 5th level spells. So, this allows you to contact powers from other planes of existence to receive advice and information oriented around knowledge of powerful foes, magic items, and spells. So that could be fascinating. Why don't we memorize one of those and see what happens? There we go. Come on, y'all. Should have been walking this whole time. That's alright. They'll get to Conlan's pretty quickly. We'll pick up some arrows and mostly some bullets and bolts, because we didn't find as many like magical versions of those or high quality ones. She's got plenty of arrows, and I'm actually thinking of maybe like not buying her any more plain arrows, just let her use up the ones she's got, and then she can switch over to the +1 arrows and stuff. But he needs some bolts and she is going to need some bullets. Okay. Does he have any, like, maybe +1 bolts or bullets that we could purchase? That would be great. Unfortunately, I'm not seeing those, so we'll just have to buy the regular stuff. Oh, well. Okay. One more stack. Let's just do it this way. Okay. Oops. We'll load these up. There we go. Oops. And I think that's it. Let's get out of here.
Done.
It's time to go to the Severed Hand. Really doesn't sound like an inviting place, does it? The Severed Hand. Sounds like something terrible already happened there. Something terrible, like something new and terrible, is almost guaranteed to happen if we're going to go there. Oh, and there you go. You can see Sam is blurred. So that's already doing its jobs. Let's see. Oh, it is way down here. Ah, look at that.
Following the map left for them by the slain archdruid, the party arrived at the towering ruins of the Severed Hand. Guided by the archdruid's cryptic last words, the adventurers prepared to enter the crumbling tower and seek out this mysterious Laron in the hopes that he might have the power to use the Heartstone Gem. For without the vision of the gem, the evil in the past might never be revealed, and the town of Kuldahar would be doomed to a frozen fate.
So there we have it. We've completed another chapter of Icewind Dale. Chapter 3.
Done.
A squirrel. Ooh. A shade of some kind. A dwarf dares to set foot here? Have you come to push the dagger further into our backs? Speak for yourself. Do you deny the destruction wrought by our treacherous kind? It's talking to the squirrel. I will not tolerate your filthy presence anymore. Wretched thing. Well. That was something. These trees are not, like they've been fireballed before, I think, maybe. That doesn't look like that's the first time. Well, let's give this a save then. And
I think it's time for bed.
oh, of course they walked a very long way, didn't they? That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. Alrighty. Now we can go inside. Looks like it's built on a tree as well, but if these are elven ruins, then of course. Let's head in. Ooh, immediately. Shadowed Orc Grunt. How are they shadowed? Okay, well. Let's split up, gang.
Yes?
Someone for everyone.
Death comes for you.
There we go. Okay. Well, off to a great start. Oh no, we won't have any of that. Phew. That was a shaman. Is there someone else? Oh. Looks like there are magic users this way. Maybe we should just go this way and stop them all. Oh. Oh, springing traps already. Of course.
I'm not sure about this. Death comes for you.
We'll get that trap in a minute. It looks like it resets. There we go. Well, we're just off to a thrilling start. What are these? Oh, goblins.
Death comes for you.
Agreed. Watch me go.
Come on, Motmic. Well, that trap got like everybody. Don't tell me we managed to trip it like so many times. Oh yeah. Since we rested, we'll go ahead and have her armor up. Well, he looks around. I think we found every trap in the place in one go. Oop.
Agreed.
There's a lot of goblins and orcs here for it to be an elven ruin, although, of course, that could be why it's a ruin. Let's see. What's in here? Potion, gemstones. More potions and gemstones. seems to be a theme. Some cash. You know we love floor cash. We established this all the way back in Might and Magic, right? When we played Might and Magic 6. Oh, okay. What? Whoa, they just appeared out of nowhere.
A stout sword and a sturdy shield can take you far.
Hmm.
I'm on it. Here I come.
Time to trim this one down to size. Stout sword and sturdy shield can take you
Well,
far. Time to trim this
that turned into an unexpected mess. Goodness gracious.
I'll do my best to keep myself out.
Lots of them.
Crush you to goo.
I don't think you will.
Time to trim this one down to size.
They're not dropping any treasure. I feel like maybe they're not really here. Ooh.
I'll do my best to keep myself out of trouble. Fire and lightning should light things up.
Yeah, they're not dropping anything.
I'll take care.
It's like they're not real, which might be why they're described as shadowed.
I'm not sure about this. I shall slay you all. Do well to fear a woman's wrath.
Phew. Okay. This time let's check for traps again a little more slowly. This is going to go around in a circle, so to second level. We've already found the stairs, but we want to explore, of course, before we head upwards.
Right then.
We'll make sure we find everything, after all, considering some of the stuff that we are finding.
Watch me go.
Yeah, given what we saw outside, where that shade came out and just fireballed a squirrel thinking it was a dwarf, I think that we're seeing like an ancient battle being replayed over and over. Ooh, a hopelessness spell. Oh, that's another way up. Nice.
Ready. Done.
Let's see if that new magic item helps him out any. Ooh. These poor goblins don't have a chance. There they go. Some of them must be alive or something. Looks like they've built little barricades and things. Okay. To second level. To second level.
Done.
Does it all go to the second level? Oh, I see. There's a place we can't get to yet, I think. Ooh. A once beautiful statue made by elven artisans. You'd think there would be more to click on like that, like more lore stuff. But that's really about it so far. Okay. Let's get both of these to Sana, and that way she can just go ahead and learn this spell. And we'll see what this sword is. Ooh. Stuns you. Nice, so a +2, two-handed sword of hammering. Well.
Orders.
Alright, gang. Gotta pick one. We found this one first. We're kind of in the middle. We could go to either one. Let's just go this way. We'll see what's up on this second floor. Maybe something other than shades. Well, we weren't attacked right away. That's good. Lol.
I'm not sure about this.
And of course, poor Keishara, just as soon as I said, oh, we've not even been attacked yet, that's a good sign. You know what? We've got plenty of magic at this level. There we go. We don't want her to get axed. Better have Motmic on the lookout for traps. Because, of course, in addition to, like, if this was a battlefield, there could be traps. Like, actually intentional traps that were put there by somebody. But we are also looking at cave-ins, collapses, that kind of thing. Stuff that could have happened since then. What's this? Animate dead. Oh, boy. Oh boy. Stone form. Heroism. Extra healing. There we go. I knew someone had some of those. Elixir of health. Tuck those away for later. Back to detecting traps. Ooh. Yeah, see, look how they're just appearing out of nowhere when you enter certain areas. Yeah, these are like ghosts or illusions or something.
And the hells come with me. Here I come, and the hells come with me.
Oops.
They're not going anywhere.
Loads of them.
A stout sword and sturdy shield can take some fire.
Come on, y'all. You can handle a few illusions.
I'll do my best to keep myself out of trouble.
There we go.
Watch me go.
All of that for a magic mace. Well, Morning Star. Let's see if it's worth anything. Looks like it's just a +1, maybe. Oh, Sanctified Morning Star +3. Cast 2 extra first level pre-spells, and it's a +3 mace. Or Morning Star. What is his? This is the Hammer Flail +2. Okay. So, yeah, 15% chance of stunning. +2 to hit, +3 damage, so that is 4 to 9 damage, speed factor 7. This is speed factor 6, and it is 5 to 11 damage and spell slot. So, hey, that's an upgrade. That's an upgrade. And let's add another Bless and another Bane. Helps to make me less leery about casting them and using them up.
Agreed.
You come to us. Oh, of course it's an archer.
Hells come with me.
Well, we haven't let him get a spell off yet. Oh, there's to floor 3. We're not doing too badly. Oops.
You would do well to fear a wolf's wrath.
Oh ho! Okay. Well, this looks like a perfect place for one of these. Come on. Boom. Oh, and we got a bag. And we got some levels. Nice. Well, this is going very well. What's this? Jester's Bag of Holding. Let's see. A bag of holding is an ordinary bag. Blah, blah, blah. We know about that. Unfortunately, the magic on this bag is failing, and any attempt to put an item into the bag fails. However, violently shaking the bag seems to cause various items to fall out of it. So, once per day, you can shake the bag, and a random object will appear in your inventory or on the ground if the inventory is full. Okay. Well, that seems fun. I think that could be a new item that they added in the enhanced edition. I'm not sure. Let's see. What do we get? Ooh, a silver ring. Cool. I mean, that's free cash, right? We don't turn down free cash. And he has leveled up in fighter, so this should make him a fighter level 8. Yep. Level in wizard for Keishara. Wonderful. Additional spell slots. Sweet. Which means that we can immediately go over here and let's see. Let's add back in that Agonazar Scorcher that we replaced with a Snowball Swarm. And we will add in a Phantom Blade as well. Okay, and Astrid. Wonderful. Let's see here. Okay, so she got saving throw improvements, she got Thaco, she got hit points, but most importantly, she got the best currency for a fighter, which is proficiency slots. She's maxed out in sword and shield, but you know what she's not maxed out in, since she is in fact a fighter? That's right. She can put up to 5 ranks in longsword. Gives her +3 to hit, +5 to damage, -3 speed factor, and for warriors only, an extra attack per round. In addition to the bonuses already provided by weapon specializations, that means a 9th level fighter with Grand Mastery would attack 3 times per round. Her sword arm is so fast, y'all. Her sword arm is so fast. Okay. Let's have Motmic back on trap duty. Ooh. Come on. Man, he is taking a beating. They just must all have decided at once. Goodness gracious. There we go. I was worried for a minute. I thought we were going to have to use a defensive spell to protect him. What few hit points he's got left. These things seem to aggro in groups. So that means that if one of them becomes hostile towards you, then like they all kind of wake up at the same time and start hitting you, even the ones you can't see. Which is reasonable, like totally reasonable, just also annoying. Let's see. We'll give these emotion spells to Sana. Potion of Genius goes to Keishara. He can have that healing potion. There we go. Oh, that's right. Haha, animate dead. Man, I'm going to have to heal him again. We're starting to face some actually challenging enemies. I have to give him another one. A lot of archers. They go down really quickly, but it means that they get a wave of attacks before you get to them. Just like our archers. So it's a viable strategy. I mean, it's one that we know works. Okay, this goes back down to the first level. It's that other door that we found, or that other ramp. Let's head over this way to the middle. The design of this fortress is really interesting to me. The way that it's kind of round at the bottom and then it goes up into towers.
Agreed.
Up to the third level. Okay. Well, both of those. That goes to the first level. I'm pretty sure that goes to the third level too. Let's go this way rather than going up the main road. I was trying to say route and road at the same time. We don't want them to be ready for us. Oh, goodness gracious. What a noise. Look at this, just the sheer numbers of them. They're worth a nice amount of XP, especially for how quickly they go down, but like they're not dropping any treasure except for that one bag of holding, because they seem to be illusions or something. Like I said, that makes sense. Oh, they're all in a different area, I see. Our archers have to fight them. Goodness gracious. Look at this guy then. Come on. Ooh. Now we have a melee fight on our hands. Get that shaman. Oh my gosh, guys. I think we did it. We finally found a magic spear. Look at that. Puny's poker. Puny was the smallest goblin of one of the most pathetic goblin tribes known to ever exist. Although short, he made up for his lack of height in his cleverness. During a goblin raid of a merchant caravan, he found a magic spear within one of the wagons. He took the spear and made some modifications that would inflict deeper wounds upon striking its target. So, we're expected to believe that this puny, pathetic goblin enchanted this into a +3 spear. I don't buy it, but I do like that we now have a magic spear, y'all. Magic spear. So now we have spears and magic helmets. That's great. I like it. I dig it. Right, back into trap detection mode. You never know. The encounters in this area, I think, are kind of well placed. I like it in terms of how they present a challenge, because the way that the enemies spawn around you and like as you run into them and stuff forces you to just kind of charge forward and engage. So you don't have a lot of opportunity to do stuff like go slow and check for traps. And that's a great strategy for the enemies to use, and it's pretty good dungeon design because it forces you to make some decisions. Am I going to step back and let my archers and my spellcasters take care of this? Or, you know, like, how are we going to handle things? Ooh. Check this out. That looks like a flail. Misery's Herald +3. It is a flail and morning star. This flail was consecrated by priests of the great god Groomsh, of the orcs, for use against the various elven and dwarven foes his armies fought against. It was held by the high priest of the Bone Legion until he fell while leading his people against the elven forces at the hand of the Seldarine. The flail is simple in design. The shaft is crafted to resemble an elven femur and wrapped in tanned elf skin. A stout chain connects the shaft to a spiked ball. The entire creation is forged out of meteoric iron. It is a testament to the potential of orcish craftsmanship. So, it's +3 to hit and damage, and that is an additional +1 versus elves. 10% chance that any target hit will panic for 4 rounds unless they save, and it works on creatures that are that have damage reduction bypassed by cold iron. So, man, that's just dang. Now, of course, that's an evil weapon, so we don't want to use it if we don't have to. Thankfully, the Morning Star that Sam has got is a little bit better. Okay, we're going to have to go back down and come back up the other way. We have to clear this in sections because of the way that the floor is broken up, which also is good dungeon design too, I think. So anyone who's watching that maybe plays Dungeons & Dragons, if you're thinking about, doing a designing a dungeon yourself or something, this is a good example of one. Now, of course, there are things you can't do here. There are ways that you can't get around and solutions to problems you just don't have available because it is a video game. And so there have to be limitations. But in terms of just an idea for a dungeon, this is really good. The way that the floor is broken up, you can't get to every section from every other section, at least not easily. And you have to do certain things like, going back to other areas in order to access different parts of the dungeon. I think that that's really clever because you never get maximum enjoyment from a dungeon that, railroads you. Ooh, whoa! Oh, don't do that again. Oh, looks like we're going to get to use that spear after all. Check this out. We're going to have to go melee with our back rank over here. My goodness, look at this.
I'm ready.
Okay, let's switch them back. We don't want them in melee if they don't have to be.
You have my undivided attention.
Thank you. Phew-wee. Wasn't expecting that fireball. Thankfully didn't do a lot of damage. We managed to save. I think most of us, but still. Whew-wee. Ooh, magic shield. But yeah, that would be my advice to anybody is I think that the most interesting dungeons are ones that are more than just a straight run down a long hallway to find treasure. That's what a lot of people expect from a dungeon. That's what a lot of video games and unfortunately even like prefab D&D adventures and so forth give us. But dungeons can be and should be so much more. The idea of like what is a dungeon. Ooh. There we go. Got to get those guys first.
Time to trim this one down to size. You would do well to fill one well.
But yeah, just think about like what a dungeon means and make it more interesting. Ooh. Ooh, that's nasty. You see that big old guy?
Death comes for you. I'll do my best to keep myself out of trouble.
Got to save our back rank here. Yeah, think about what a dungeon means and make it more than just, a run down a hallway towards a boss fight with treasure in the room behind the boss. I guess is what I'm saying. It means a lot to players to have options and for those options to be meaningful. So, like, not just illusory options, you know, fake choices, but places where it matters that you chose to go into the dungeon in a certain way when maybe there were multiple entrances and you chose entrance A over entrance B, C, or D. Those things are ugly. I do not like them, Sam I am. Oh. Oh. That takes us back down to the second level that we couldn't access before. Hey. Okay, well, a shattered soul. Let's have Keishara just take care of that. Let's see, what can she use? We'll just rely on good old magic missile. Ooh. Oh, goodness. I think that thing divided somehow or split. Interesting enemies like that are also kind of a reward for me, because a lot of this combat is just kind of, you know, it is what it is. It's not that it isn't fun, but it can get kind of samey. And I think that in a game like Dungeons and Dragons, where combat can slow the adventure down a lot, just because it can take so long to get through a battle, with all of the, you know, the options that people have for solving problems and for coming at enemies, battles can actually be the slowest part of it. But they don't have to be the least interesting part of it because of that. I think that, generally speaking... I think that my watchword for combat is like, it shouldn't happen unless it is interesting and moves the story forward. If it is just there as filler, don't do it. Because you should question, like, what am I filling? Why am I filling this space? There we go. My goodness gracious. Whew-wee. I like how you can kind of see how parts of the floor that are broken off up here have fallen down below. Let's go down this way, and that'll take us to that other side on the first floor as well. Ho-ho! These things are terrifying. Man. Let's see what's down here. More of them. Great. Oh, you know what? I think this might be a great time for a vitriolic sphere. Let's try force missiles on this thing back here. Whew-wee. Now this is a melee. There's a lot of enemies here, y'all. Picked up a magic cloak, though. Some of them are dropping things. Like these skeletons appear to be actually corporeal. They're not just illusions or something. My goodness gracious. What else does this horrible, horrible dungeon have in store for us? Those shattered souls are nasty. I don't like them. Ooh, where's Keishara going? Hoo-wee. They are noisy, too. That looks like a light crossbow. Okay, let's stop real quick and take stock of the treasure we've picked up. We have earned it. My goodness gracious. Okay. A short sword, a light crossbow, and a cloak. Short sword of action, +2. Hey! So, +2 to hit, +1 dexterity. Nice. Didn't we give her proficiency with short swords? Yeah, there we go. And that was right after we had sold all of those short swords, so there we go. We'll hang on to that for her. Light crossbow speed +2. 2 attacks per round, so +4, +2, speed factor 5. His is +4, +4, speed factor 9. Okay, so the light crossbow is faster, but the heavy crossbow hits harder. We knew that. So they're the same enchantment. We can go ahead and let him keep his heavy crossbow. It's been doing pretty well, I think. Shadowed Cloak. Upon a closer look at this cloak, it is more of a shroud that consists of an unknown incorporeal material instead of fabric. Upon being worn, it will make the wearer appear as shadowed as the cloak is. So +15% to hide in shadows. Nice. And Motmic is the only one who can wear it, so there we go. That makes that an easy decision, at least. In some ways, that's almost nice, just because then, there's no worrying about it. No debating. Alright, y'all. Let's smash some more undead. One more pile. Maybe it'll have something good in it. Piece of broken machinery. Well, if I had to guess, I'd say we needed to come down here and get that anyway. Almost certainly. Because a piece of broken machinery that winds up in our inventory has got to be a quest item. Alright, well, back up to the 3rd floor then. That we were not done with. Yep, okay, so through this door. What trap? We literally walked over that earlier. Are you serious? Oh, okay, well. Alright, sure, I guess there is a trap. I won't contest that. Sure. Okay, that's up to the 4th level, so we are going to keep going up. Checking for traps as we go. What's in here? Ooh, is that a... Yeah, that's a burning skeleton. Get him before he fireballs. There we go, we got him. Motmic's out of ammo in that slot, but he should be fine. Yeah, he's got more. Bladed skeleton. Oh, this one says serrated skeleton. So that one's nastier. And it dropped a necklace. Good. We deserve this. Okay. I believe that's all of this floor. Okay, over here then. Then we'll take a look at that collar or necklace or whatever it was. Could have been a belt, too. I guess there's not much difference between a belt and a necklace, except for your size. Let's see. Bone Talisman. Bone talismans are highly coveted among practitioners of necromancy. The charm is created from a piece of bone taken from the remains of a slain vampire. Usually fashioned into a necklace or ring, the fey magic contained within the talisman enables the wearer to drain the life force from any living creature he or she touches. Oh my, vampiric touch once per day. It can't be used by good alignments. That makes sense. So, only Motmic or Keishara can do this. She's got a necklace on. I think that means we're going to give this to Motmic. That's okay, because he's been getting hit pretty hard too, and he's got relatively low hit points after our warriors as well, you know, where he's part thief. Part thief, like he's a hybrid, like he's a crossbreed. Okay. Let's see. Lethius, can we talk to you? I have defended the hand of the Seldarine at all costs, and will continue to do so. Cursed with unlife, my duty remains clear. I stand guard against those who would defile what remains of the Seldarine's hand. Well, you have no quarrel with us, then. I will be the judge of that. Speak your intentions clearly. Well, if we seek the great treasures, he's probably going to disbelieve us, so we'll tell him the truth. We're looking for Laryl. Perhaps you are not the miscreants I had thought you were. If what you say is true, it is my duty to aid you if it will further the ways of the Seldarine. I am Lethius Enaril, Bladesinger of the Seldarine. Oh, a Bladesinger. So a little background here. The Seldarine that they keep referring to, that's the name of the elven pantheon of gods. So, and blade singing is a Dungeons & Dragons tradition. I think it might be specific to the Forgotten Realms. I don't know if it exists in things like Greyhawk and stuff. Of course, all of that material mechanically goes from world to world, but in terms of the lore, I think it might be a Forgotten Realms thing. They combine bardic music with fighting and wizardry, and so they sing as they fight and sing like enchantments and songs into their swords as they battle. So let's see. Speak of your duty to the hand. What does that mean? Some say blade singers are the elite of elven warriors, trained from an early age in the ways of weapons, magic, and diplomacy. Blade singers carry out the elven way in words and action. When life prospered in the Seldarine's hand, it was my duty to defend the cause of the Seldarine. When the time of our darkest hour approached, I swore to protect Laryl and the hand until I had no more blood to be spilt. To do any less would disgrace my kind. For many days I fought alongside my brothers and sisters. Score after score of orcs and goblins fell as my blade sang through the air. Although I saw nothing but the color of my enemy's blood, we were losing ground. When we realized the fall of the hand was inevitable, we were forced to take desperate action. Sahanine Tower was our most prized tower. Inside were the chambers where we crafted our finest weapons and artifacts. We could not let our magics fall into the hands of the Horde, or the surrounding lands would suffer for centuries after the hand fell. A desperate plan was created that would ensure this would never happen. All the artifacts within the Sahanine Tower were set to release their magic, so that the tower would destroy itself. Before these energies were released, however, we planned to lead as many of the orcs and goblins as we could into Sahanine. The plan required one who was willing to lead the orcs and goblins into the tower. One who would know the sacrifice had to be made. One willing to die. I decided that it would be me. I would make the sacrifice. My duty was clear. When the time came, the horde pursued me as I climbed to the top. As my enemies stormed the room at the pinnacle of the tower, I fought with blade and faith for the last time. With the wall at my back, and the room filled with orcs and goblins, I heard the first explosions from the base of the tower, and smiled. I died, and I knew I had died, but I awoke. That was when I saw myself. Not as an elven blade singer, but as a twisted, undead monster. Something brought my body back into this form, but had left my mind intact. So here I am, standing before what was once known as Hatheland Tower. A monster, perhaps, but one thing still remains the same. My duty to myself and the hand of the Seldarine. That's great. Where's Laeral? Unfortunately, I have not seen Laeral in some time. I know that during the fall of the Hand, he and his wizards locked themselves atop Libellus Tower. They sought a way to save our people through magic, but from looking around, something must have gone terribly wrong. Seek a way into Libellus Tower. Perhaps you will find an answer there. All right. Well, and hopefully one of the things that means is that I was hoping he might say something different to Keishara since she's an elf. Should have talked with him with her first. But I assume that means there are probably no orcs and goblins on this level. We'll see. Okay, this is where the main trunk of the dungeon, as it were, is going to branch off into the different towers. And I don't think that we can visit all of them. Maybe we can go to all 5 towers. They're kind of opening this up for us now in the lore. The place was built sort of like a tree with 5 branching towers coming off of it, each of which sort of looks like a finger or thumb, and so that's why it was called the Hand of the Seldarine, and it became the Severed Hand after it fell to the orc and goblin invasion. There we go. Libellus Tower, Solanor Tower, Corellin Tower, Shavarish Tower, and then of course Sahanin Tower is going to be over here. That's this one right here. See how it's collapsed? So that's the one we can't get into. I knew there was at least one. And each of these are the names of some of the major gods of the Seldarine. So Corellin Larethian is like the high elven god, like capital G. He's the creator god and the big daddy of all of them. Well, I shouldn't say big daddy because I believe that actually, I don't know when this came along. This might have been something they decided in 5th edition, but Corellin Larethian used to be, I think, pretty much just male, but actually it's kind of cool. In 5th edition, at least, recently, they have decided that they are gender fluid. So he appears as male a lot, but he can also appear as female or non-gendered or what have you. Libellus Anorath, I think is his full name, is the elven god of time. Sahanin Moonbow, that's the one that this tower is named after. That's the elven goddess of war, I think. Don't quote me on this, I may be wrong about it. I almost said love. That's Hanali Selenial. Yeah, I was almost about to confuse them. Solanor, I think he's the god of the hunt. And Shavarash, it might be Shavarish is the god of hunting, and Solanor is the god of, like, music? Not certain. But anyway, let's start over here. We know we're supposed to go to Libellus Tower to find Laeral, but there are other towers. Do you think we should explore them first, or should we go straight to him? Because there's a good chance that he may send us to the other towers. After all, we already found one piece of broken machinery. There's probably going to be more. So, what do y'all think? Should we start with Libellus Tower? Or do you think that we should start with like maybe Corellan Tower and just go around, and then we'll come back to Libellus Tower last? Both of those have potential. Well, we've come a long way and we've done a lot. Yeah, that's me. I could go either way. I think the first thing we should probably do is we should rest. Oh, they don't want us to rest here. Oh, goodness. That's going to be rough. Maybe it's just in this area. Maybe if we go down to another level, we can rest then. Well, either way, I think we're going to have to decide which one to go to and start our next episode there. Because this one, we've covered so much. I feel like this is kind of not necessarily a huge game-changing decision, but this is a good place to pick up and start our next chapter. So, I hope that you will join me then. I'm going to go ahead and leave it here. I'm going to thank you for being along for the ride tonight. And let me know on Twitter or on Facebook or Pillow Fort or in the comments on YouTube once I have this uploaded whether we should start with Corellan Tower or Libellus Tower next time that we come back for more Icewind Dale. That'll be next Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's Miami and New York time here in the U.S. And I'll look forward to seeing you then. So give this a like, subscribe if you're not already. Check out my social media, which is all listed below, and everything's linked to each other, so you can follow me on Twitter for updates and stuff like that. And as always, thanks for playing.